and it's our nursery rhyme challenge. And as you know by now, I'm gonna lower it down a little bit so you can see my ukulele. So we are up to day 22 of nursery rhymes challenge, and today's song is related to body parts and body awareness. So if you link it to the EYLF, it would be EYLF outcome 3. Children have a strong sense of well-being for Australia. But if you are not in Australia, don't you worry. There are other outcomes that you can link to. If you're in New Zealand, Tafariki has a similar outcome. And we have framework in England, which is EYFS, that also has similar outcomes. But talking about body awareness, it's pretty universal. Whether you are working in organized early childhood environment where curriculum is encouraged and followed, or you are teaching children at home, or you're a nanny, you will definitely promote child learning through this song. Okay? And I have some great extensions planned for today. Let's get started with the song. So this song is pretty short, but it can be extended through the games, of course. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. To continue singing, you can start miming or pointing at the head, let's say, or other body parts without saying it. So the second verse will go like this. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. So next one, we point at head and shoulders. We try not to say it and continue singing. Knees and toes. Knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, oh, head, up. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. As you can see, this makes it very interesting, engaging, and a lot of fun for children as well. So let's continue like with next one and try not to say head, shoulders, knees. Okay, so we're just gonna point or mime. And toes, toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Toes, toes. It's fun, isn't it? Now we're gonna omit everything. And that's very, very hard, isn't it? It's self-control. Let's try. Just point, but don't say anything. You need to omit the words. So that was head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And there are versions of the same song in different languages. So extension number 1 for this song would be singing it in Japanese. Here we go. So there is a video here. I have really great audio that was recorded by my student, but she's not professional singer, so I can't really use it without permission. But you can find, and I'll put the link to this video. You just need to remember that this is atama, yeah. So this is kata, this hiza, knees, and ashi, hiza ashi, hiza ta ashi, hiza knees, ashi toes, and again atama, kata, hiza ashi, and then me, to mimi, to kuchi, to hana, and then again atama, kata, hiza ashi. So that's really cool. So I encourage you to learn from a Japanese person, but basically it is head and shoulders, knees and toes. So if you are watching this live stream and recording, can you please add in the comments below how to say head, shoulders, knees and toes in language you speak? Yeah, so that would be really good. For example, in Russian it would be голова, плечи, колени, носки. Голова, плечи, колени, носки, колени, носки. Голова, плечи, колени, носки, колени, носки. Глаза, уши, рот и нос. Голова, плечи, колени, носки, колени, носки. It's not really easy, isn't it? But it's cool. It exposes child to another language. That's one extension. Now follow me for more, because there is plenty full of extensions with this famous song, which is, again, if you think about nursery rhymes, it's quite safe for children, isn't it? Now let's learn the chords, okay? The first one would be C. And I'm playing down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. Head and shoulders, knees and toes. And again C. Head and shoulders, knees and switching to G. Toes. And now C. Eyes and now we're switching to C7. That's a new chord. C7, ears and now F. Mouse and now F7. That's very hard bar chord. So we bar this first line and then have our pinky on string 3. And then back to G. Head and shoulders, knees and C. And then G, C. Let's sing together, okay? So it's a little bit hard, the chords. You can find a simplified version. I probably will find one for you, but I think this one is really good and reflects the song as well. So let's start with C. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and G, knees and toes, and C7, and F and F7, G. So that's the song. And next extension. The next extension would be related to a few games that you can play based on heads, shoulders, knees, and toes. Number 1 is Simon Says. Yeah, that's obvious. Simon says, put your, touch your nose. Simon says, touch your left shoulder. Simon says, put both hands on your chest. Simon says, put hands at the back of your neck. Yeah? Simon says, touch your left side. Simon says, touch your right side. Simon says, clap on your cheeks. So as you kind of name it, right? So you play Simon Says game, which is very simple to play, especially if you sing head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You ask children, depending on age, to touch the body part. Now, to make it more complex for preschoolers, what you do is you say, now do what I say, but not what I do. And that's really amazing exercise for all the children. I'm talking about 4 or 5 years of age. because it's confusing and you have to follow like different signals. Your visual signals are stronger than your verbal, and it's gonna be a mess, definitely, but it's fun. Even with all the students, I play this game. So do what I say, not what I do, okay? Simon says, put your hands on your head. Did you do what I say, or did you do what I do? Where's your hands? Are they here? Yes, that's where they should be. Touch your nose. Did you put it on over here or here? So yeah, you see, that's a great exercise. The other one is crossing midline exercise. That's the one I really like. All children like it too. So you can ask them to put your fingers, like thumb and your point finger here, on your nose like this. Then touch your ear. Yeah, yeah. So that's crossing in the midline. And now you clap and swap. Clap and swap. Even for some adults, this exercise is very difficult. Now ask them to put right hand on top of their head, okay? And their left hand on their tummy. Yeah, just like this. And then ask them to do the same. So start easy. And now do the one that you probably know. Pat your head and pat your tummy. Now swap. Pat your tummy and pat your head. Now rub your tummy and rub your head. And now rub your tummy and pat your head. Can you do it? I still cannot do it. It's amazing. It's very difficult, and it's very good exercise for children. That is about dexterity. It's brain hemispheres that are connecting through this part, hypothalamus, so little bridge there. So it's amazing exercise. So you should really do this kind of crossing midline exercises all the time. Another thing that you can do is to play with flashcards. So these are flashcards that I found. So for example, body parts flashcards. And basically it could be memory games, so you can set it up as a memory game. So these are just body flashcards. I'm just gonna show you. So they have back, head, neck, chest, hand, elbow. So that's more like naming things, but also having symbols and visuals. And they can play memory games, so you can show the flashcard and ask them to find this part on their body. So that's body awareness. Really great for outcome 3 of EYLF. Really great for child development in general. So it's symbolic thinking, because we show them the symbol, and it's print awareness, it's literacy. So head, shoulders, knees, and toes have a lot of extensions. Next one would be draw your self-portrait. So instead of having small mirrors for just face, like many centers do, in some centers I've seen like a really great tool. It's a transparent screen where one child stands on one side and the other child stands on another side, and they see through this plastic window. So you can give them paints and they paint each other, right? So by looking through this screen. So this helps with, again, body awareness, but also helps to connect with another person and understand that all people are different. So that's inclusion as well. In terms of head, shoulders, knees, and toes, you can also talk more about show pictures when not all people have all body parts. Yeah, so that's about how bodies are different. Sometimes people are born without some body parts. Sometimes people lose them in accident, and sometimes body parts are not developed. And like famous case is this wonderful guy who is teaching. So his name is Vucic, and you can show his videos and pictures to children. Now he has underdeveloped hands and arms, and he is swimming, and he's giving speeches, and he's living full life, and he's an inspirational speaker. So that's interesting discussion with children to have as well, about inclusion, about diversity, and about our body. Yes, so what happens, what happens to our body, how it transforms. You also can go through the timeline about when we are young, we have like bigger heads, and smaller feet, let's say, but then we grow and we are more proportional. Some people are tall, some people are short, some people are in between, etc. So all these wonderful things you can do with children. So you also can teach children intentionally, intentional teaching. That's my favorite thing to talk about as well. And I do it all the time when I go and we play outside. These are intentional exercises. So because when I was a child, I went to figure skating and I did gymnastics and swimming. I think it's important to teach more complex skills. So all you need is a good mat, outside or inside, and maybe a child who you can see that is already quite developed, and you also have to be ready to model all these flips. So I would do to start with something simple, do some simple yoga exercises, but then eventually we'll move to, let's say, downward facing dog, cat pose, cow pose, and then do shoulder roll, knee bends, spider walk, and toe lifts, and all the other wonderful things. My favorite one to show them flip, like that is like a yoga exercise that we call a tree, but upside down tree, when you lift your shoulder stand. Yeah. It's called shoulder stand, and flip over your head, but you need to land on your shoulders. So I usually use a doll to show how to do it properly, that their head shouldn't be going first. They have to always use either hands or their shoulders. If some children are doing yoga, and look, I used to teach children who actually attend yoga with their moms or parents and do yoga, they can do some very advanced practices, but you need to remember that safety first. So always work with children, know them first before you undertake anything adventurous. But headstands are pretty easy for children. It's just about safety, and they're pretty flexible, but I still would be very careful and talk about safety rules first and being on the mat. So these are extensions that come to mind, but also I think you can do this last one that is a huge hit. So you need a piece of brown paper, right? So you need to put it on the floor, and then one child or you can get the texter. Usually I have Sharpie, and trace children's body like this, right? So, and once you have this body traced, you can ask them to cut their body out, and then we put them to easels, or I encourage them to draw things on this self-portrait, body portrait, and add whatever features they want. Some children add eyes, ears, and what we talked about, atama, kirashi, and head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And the next thing I do as well to promote literacy, and that was part of my teaching to read and write exercise, I would write these body parts or on the stickers. And stickers I usually get from anywhere, like a $2 shop, but also from reverse art truck or resource rescue. And then you write it in permanent marker, and then they find this body part, head, and you help them to read it, head. Yes. So, and they have to find it on their self-portrait. So if you imagine a group of children and it's like a birthday party, or you don't know them, you are a relief teacher, or you are new. So this exercise always helped me a lot, because it's pretty hard to say that it's a crap activity and not very good exercise, because every child likes to understand who they are. So it's self-awareness, sense of identity. So it's really meaningful activity even for a group of children that you don't really know. So once they start putting stickers on, so that really is promoting understanding where everything goes, where the elbow is, and then you can delve into some interesting body parts such as belly button, yes, so, or I don't know, like some kind of more specific words for earlobe, and let me see, yeah, so whatever they might have there. So, but elbow, thumb, yes, so toe, yes, so more specific names for heel, etc. So this is my suggestion. You definitely will have an amazing gallery of those self-portraits. And it's all about song, head, shoulders, knees and toes, nursery rhyme, day 22. Thank you for watching. And post in the comments below if you like this song, was it easy to learn, and what's your favorite song so far. We covered 22. So hopefully we'll cover more, and I'll see you tomorrow with day 23.